What's up, everybody? Mike here, and it looks like Grinding Gear Games has been paying attention to a lot of his community, as I've been definitely, making some complaints and other gripes, things about the Path of Exile 2 early access. While I'm enjoying it for the most part, it's definitely needing some improvements. It's early access, though. That's part of the, thing with it. It's, there's gonna be bugs, glitches, technical issues, bounce adjustments that need to be made with different systems and things in the game. So we got some patch notes here, or at least a plan of what's going to happen in the next patch here. I want to go over that. They literally just updated on their website, I believe last night or yesterday at some point. Talks about, hi everyone, launch weekend has been a blast. We're really enjoying seeing all of you get your hands on the game and finally try out the project we have been working on for so long. But now the launch weekend is over. Time for us to look at the feedback and make some changes. There are lots more things coming. The list in this post are some of the things we felt needed to be more urgently addressed. All right, so some of these changes have already been deployed without a realm restart, which is good. Others will be deployed in an upcoming patch. So some of these are already out now. Others are coming later this week, possibly. So dodge roll changes here. A lot of players have expressed frustration about being trapped in by monsters. While it's intended that monsters are able to trap and kill you, we felt that the frequency of this was a little too high. Yeah, definitely. I definitely been expressing my concerns about this. It's a little too much. Like, y'all need to fix that. And also, not just that, I have a beginner's guide video where I kind of mentioned about not just this, but also like the body blocking with teammates if you're in a party. That needs to be less frequent as well too, where me and a friend will play together and we'll get stuck because we're trying to dodge enemies or what have you and stay alive, and we'll bump into each other a lot or get, and then it'll be a problem. It's a problem. So hopefully that also, helps with that. But they talk about we will be deploying and following changes in the upcoming patch. Player size is now set to 0 units while dodge rolling instead of 1 unit. Some smaller monsters can now be pushed while dodge rolling. This includes monsters such as the adorned beetles and Keth. Now, this should result in getting trapped less often. Note that you can still be trapped. Player size of a 0 can still not phase through monsters, but it can get through even the smallest gap between them. That's fine. I just want it to happen less often, at least. Checkpoint changes. So a lot of players have been reporting that it can be tedious to need to retread areas of maps in order to get back to objectives that they already found. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I get this is a thing from PoE 1 and they got PoE 2, but man, there needs to be something. Like, I know there's gear of movement speed to help, but I don't know, man. It kind of feels like maybe we need like a mount or something, or be able to fast travel between checkpoints or something. So it looks like they're probably working on going to be doing that as well. Be deploying the following changes in upcoming patch. Clicking on a checkpoint will allow you to teleport to other checkpoints. Good. So basically, yeah, fast travel between checkpoints in the area that are exploring minimap. Checkpoints have been added to all entrances and exits of zones to allow for teleportation. Nice. Checkpoint has been added to the midpoint for the first Dreadnought area. Okay, cool. And then we'll be making further adjustments to checkpoint positions as we continue to get our feedback. The other thing too is, that's the thing, is that each map, when you reset it, it's procedurally generated, so it's always different when you reset it. So hopefully that's still something they can do with the checkpoint system, like making the fast travel things happen. Item changes. One of the major problems that players have been experiencing is feeling that the game is not rewarding enough. Yeah, it's been kind of stingy. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been getting loot, but when it comes to like the rarer or uniques more so, I'll get a lot of common normal stuff, and I'll get like, the magic items, a lot of the blue stuff. But yellow, which is rare, and then orange was like the uber uniques whatnot, I get they're like supposed to be hard to get, but I don't know, man. It's been really weird. And also just the uncut gems and different gem types not dropping as much as they claim they would prior to release, and other stuff supposed to be dropping as much. So this is an area we have been very careful when adjust, because it's very hard to reduce drops if we increase them by too much. And that's the thing. They don't need to increase them by a lot. Just a little bit. Not that much. So we've identified a few key areas that we believe all will significantly improve the experience that players are having. Good. Rare monster changes. So we felt that rare monsters were not rewarding enough. That's another thing too. Yeah, they need to be more rewarding. This didn't affect the campaign as much because there or more unique bosses and increasing the overall amount of drops, but it's especially noticeable when playing in a game when unique monsters are less common. I've not gotten in game yet. I'm still going through the campaign first playthrough. Then I got to still go through the acts 1 through 3 on cruel difficulty to even get to in game. But I was watching other players and in game, and yeah, I was noticing this being an issue. So in particular, the reward that you were getting for increased difficulty or rares wasn't lining up. No, we have deployed the following changes. Rarity bonus per rare mod has been doubled. Nice. Plus 10% quality bonus per rare mod. Thank you. Increase the chance of rare monsters inherently having more modifiers as you progress through endgame. Good, good, good. These changes will cause the rare monsters rewards to naturally scale up as you get to higher levels because the number of mods a monster can have increases throughout the campaign and into endgame. In addition, many other forms of map juicing will indirectly cause rare monsters to have more mods as well, increasing rewards of these other mechanics too. Also note the change below to make sure each map has minimum number of rares, which will also increase the average number of rare mods and thus increasing drops further. Good. That's what's needed. We definitely don't need, the loot. It needs to be balanced out. It needs to be adjusted. It needs to be better overall. Just not insanely, dropping loot like that. We don't need a Team Ninja game with, Neo 1 and 2 and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I love those games, but man, the loot in those games is too much and it's vomit. You're just vomiting loot. It's way too much. So you don't want the loot to feel useless or over abundance. You want to have a good amount, a right drop rate. The RNG has to be really, really balanced and good. Currency changes. So we felt that players were not getting enough of certain currency either in the early game or to sustain adding mods to maps. We have deployed the following changes. Regal orb drop rates increased around 4%. Nice. I've never really had too much issue with getting regal orbs or regal shards to make them, so this is good. It's going up. Disenchanting of 6 mod rares to give 2 regal shards instead of 1. Nice. Lesser jewelers orbs drop rates increased around 33%. Reduce the drop rate of chaos orbs slightly as they are less valued and so that it doesn't consume so much of the rare currency. Really? I've not gotten a ton of these yet, but they're reducing the drop rate of that? Wow. Okay. It's probably because players are not using them a lot because the loot so far, when it comes to like the benefits, the buffs are just, I don't know, it's not that great. Like it's I got a build guide video I'll have going up on the channel, and it's an early build guide video. I guess, yeah, when it comes to gear, it's like early on, gear's not been super important as far as like all of it necessarily like gelling together, being a full set in a sense. Just because I'm still trying to figure out the build, and I feel like, trying to get a more full set to get together where it's like either all yellows or like a mix of yellows and uniques is going to happen later on when I'm like level 65 or so when in game. But yeah, they definitely need to figure this out and have it be better, because with the buffs, I mean, you get a lot of normal or even magic items that just, yeah, they have like 1 or maybe 2 benefits. You can add stuff to them sometimes, but it just doesn't feel as good. So they need to fix this for sure. Gem Cutter's Prism drop rates increased by 500%. Okay. Gem Cutter's Prisms now increase quality by gems by 5% instead of 1%. Nice. And then map mod changes, which I didn't, like I said, I haven't done in-game yet. So, like with rares, we felt that players were not being awarded enough for difficulty that was being added by map mods. We have significantly increased the value of all prefix map mods. Good. We have changed all map prefix mods, but some example changes we have deployed are rarity mods have been increased by 2.5 times. Quality mods have had extra rarity added to them as now in a later patch. Okay, so it's later patch. We removed the bottom tier of some mods. You are much more likely to roll modifiers that affect drops or pack size rather than less useful mods. Good. Good, good, good. In addition, it's been identified that some areas are not being affected by the increased number of monster packs mod as they should be. We will be fixing these maps to work correctly any later patch. So some stuff is this later patch stuff for in-game. Unlucky drop protection. One of the major issues we have identified are outlier unlucky drops. A single unique boss dropping badly, especially early on, can significantly affect your character. Yeah. So they deployed no more than 50% of and unique monsters drop can be gold. Okay. Act bosses and map bosses will always drop at least one rare. Thank you. The first of these changes is more significant than it first appears because players can't see the difference between normal and rare gold piles. You will get more equipment and currency items, which can take more advantage of the rarity increases that unique monsters provide. Thank you. Click to move. So if you're playing mouse keyboard, this was an issue where the move only command was name locking. This would often result in your character confusingly attacking in an unexpected direction while holding down this action. So they've deployed the following changes. Move only no longer name locks. In-game maps. A concern for players in in-game maps is accidentally missing rare monsters. In addition, many maps did not have the number of rare monsters that they should have had. Yeah. So they deployed following changes in the upcoming patch. Rare monsters will now appear on the minimap when there are 200 monsters remaining instead of 50. Minimaps have had additional rare monsters added to them to make sure that there are a minimum number in every map type, which is good. Over the coming weeks, we'll be continuing to work on map layouts, monster density issues, and maps. Good. So in conclusion, we'll be posting patch notes for these changes when they are deployed. For a full list, what's this been deployed? Yeah, check out here. Okay, gotcha. And there's still more changes to come. So yeah, they're going to keep updating this game. And just because, you know, it comes out in full release like 1.0, there's still going to be post-launch updates, patches, extra content added, and things like that. So yeah, it's good they're addressing this stuff. Another thing that they need to address, at least that I'm having an issue of, there's some weird pop-out like visual issues when in certain like towns or hub areas they need to fix. It doesn't really happen outside like in the map areas, but the hub world they need to fix that too. But this is really good news overall. So some of these changes are already active now, and then we gotta wait till maybe later this week or next week for the next major patch. So yeah, I'm enjoying it though. Still haven't gotten into in-game yet, but I will be streaming this on my Twitch channel pretty consistently, guys. If you want to come over by Twitch to, you know, join me, watch, maybe play together, things like that. Definitely check out links in the description below for that. There's also my Discord if you want to join that, or if you want to go above beyond with any, you know, support like YouTube memberships, etc. Links in the description below, guys. Check that out. I'm excited for this. Check out my Luckiest Ascension trial like run / completion. Insane how that happened towards the end. And also I got a beginner's guide video on the channel where I kind of like mentioned about the whole, you know, being trapped by monsters thing. So at the time of recording that, I didn't know they were going to, you know, address it so quickly like this. So yeah, but check out the beginner's guide video as well too. And I got other Path of Exile content, Path of Exile 2 content that is coming at you ASAP, guys. So stay tuned. All right, my name's Mike. Thanks for watching.